Nyeh, 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 nyeh. Nyeh, 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 nyeh. Powerpuff Girls! I found 2 handheld Powerpuff Girl games. Alright, I did a review on the horrible N64 title, Powerpuff Girls Chemical Extraction. You know that awful, despicable Power Stone knockoff? Well, along my travels, I found 2 other Powerpuff Girl games. Could these redeem my damned experience with that game? Probably not, but let's go for it anyways. First up on the Game Boy Color, the Powerpuff Girls Bad Mojo Jojo. This little title is, oh shit, it's made by BAM! Quickly becoming the LJN of my life, you may recognize BAM as the company behind the atrocity of Chemical Extraction. But who knows? Maybe they were better with handheld titles and jumping into the 3D world was just a little out of their league. We jump into this game and yeah, we are drenched in pink because this is a Blossom game. You know, the fearless leader and my least favorite? I want to play as Bubbles, damn it! The menu has oddly more options than Chemical Extraction. How does that even work? How does the handheld title on the Game Boy Color, no less, have more options than a console title? Most of this is straightforward enough to not have to go into details, but for my own curiosity, let's explore some, shall we? Oh, but before I can get into the game, I need to put in my name. Boss. Because I'm a motherfucking boss, son! Trading cards. This one is a depressing attempt, but I will give them an attempt at least to give you a reason to ask your friends to play so you can trade cards with them. I'm not really sure how that works. I mean, does one game have more cards than the other? I'm sure I'll figure out the answer to that later on, but it's not enough of an incentive, like to trade digital cards? No, it doesn't work. It just does not work. These 2 below are unbelievably phenomenal and my favorite for something you see at the main menu. Enter secrets and use cheats. First off, these 2 are the same, so you should really retitle Enter Secrets as Enter Cheats, because that's all you're doing on that screen. Then after you've entered the secret, you have to go to use the cheats to activate them. But we don't need that shit, do we? Hell no, we don't need no stinking cheats or secrets, whatever you want to call it, BAM. This is your game, unfortunately. Game options, as you would expect, has your very typical layout from a game from BAM. Game select takes you back to selecting a file to play under. Back to the objective though, let's play the game already. First off, I love how the still image dialogue cutscenes actually feel right in comparison to the show. Hell, I felt obligated to read it in my best possible impressions. And they're not good. Like at all. I, Mojo Jojo, have gained access to Professor Utonium's basement laboratory, in which he creates the devices that he uses in the experiments that he performs. The door is locked, so you cannot enter without the key that will open the door. You will never get in, leaving me, Mojo Jojo, in peace to build the weapons with which I will terrorize Townsville until I, Mojo Jojo, am declared mayor, Mojo Jojo of Townsville.
I'll get in that laboratory and make you sorry, Mojo!
The graphics aren't too bad for the Game Boy Color. I mean, it is a handheld. What can you honestly expect? Well, I'm gonna complain about it anyways, just because. Why? Why not? Apparently, Professor Utonium went nuts and redesigned his house to be cluttered with stairs and random rooms throughout. Now, we know Mojo Jojo has infiltrated the house and has hired 2 goons and this weird tentacle fucker that I don't recognize at all. Come to think of it, I don't recognize the other 2 bad guys either. I mean, sure, you could just knock them off as random goons, but this tentacle flying thing just looks like a horrible, out of place, horribly drawn squid thing, like from something like I drew when I was 3. It's just weird. By the way, fuck these enemies. They legitimately hit you so often that you can get stuck in a loop of pure death and destruction. Also, this guy is straight up popping caps off in my ass. Wow. Cartoon Network, you just kinda, these guys walk around with guns shooting little girls. That's fucked up, man. I know these girls should be indestructible, but wow, you I'm kind of pushing the limits on that one. I know they shot stuff in the show, but they were orange guns and they looked more cartoonish, so you couldn't really tell. This just straight up is a goddamn motherfucking handgun off of Dirty Harry and shit. What else do we have to work with? Anytime you beat up an enemy or collect an item, you get a countdown for something. I don't know really what it does, never completed it, or honestly cared to complete it, to be completely frank. And I'll explain why in a second. And of course, you can fly. With a stamina bar. Of course you can't fly forever. Why would they let us fly forever? That's not like the girls flew and floated and... You do have special attacks that you can restock with Chemical X, as well as collecting phones to call a clear the screen attack, even though you don't get more than one opponent really at a time, so I don't know if it's a clear the screen attack or just take care of the one guy that typically takes only 2 hits to kill. At least in the first level, there's only one guy that really shows up. Maybe it escalates later on. Don't know. Didn't get past the first level. Hearts are collected to revive your health a little bit, and Blossom has to let me know that every card she collects needs to be shown to the goddamn professor, because I didn't get the memo the first time. Well, here's what happens when you die. You go back to the house and have to work your way back down to the lab again. No way. Time to bust out some cheats. Let's do unlimited flight, invincibility, and unlimited super attack. I tried using unlock all levels, but apparently that cheat doesn't work on my version or something. That's fine. I don't need to unlock all the levels. Let's just bust out the other cheats, turn them on, and wait but my stamina, and I'm getting hurt, but they don't work? Your goddamn cheats don't fucking work? So, get this. Upon searching the interwebs, after I got done with my little rage frustration of the cheats not working on your goddamn game, I found out there's a lot more to this game. There are 2 other versions released containing Bubbles and Buttercup as the main characters. This must be where the idea of trading cards came into play. Everyone gets a different game and unlock content that's exclusive to that game, so you get exclusive cards. Do the cards do anything in the game? No. Do they unlock anything? Probably not. Is there a point to it? No, there's not. It's kind of like they try to mimic Pokemon in that sense. You know, the goddamn popular series that relishes off of 2 versions and releasing game-specific Pokemon to each game that you need to trade to collect them all to really just kind of give you that social experience. The difference between the 2 is obvious. Pokemon is awesome and well developed. This, not so much. Well, there's just not much left to say. This game sucks.
Hey, Alex.
OMG! Bubbles!
You seem sad. What's wrong?
Well, gosh, Bubbles, I love watching you girls on TV, but your games are just not fun.
I know, but hey, maybe this one will be good.
Okay, I'll give it a try. Powerpuff Girls Mojo Jojo-a-go-go for the Game Boy Advance. Wow, so this game is actually not bad. The music in the levels is bumping and exciting. There are 3 levels to choose from to chase down the nefarious Mojo Jojo, who has taken the Chemical X. The way the game plays is a side-scrolling beat-em-up and shooter adventure. You swap between Bubbles, Blossom, and Buttercup, each with their own health bars and collectible power-ups. For instance, Bubbles could pick up a 3-way shooter and then swap for Blossom, who hasn't collected any power-ups yet. But when you switch back to Bubbles, she still has a 3-way shot. It's a fun system. You don't really look at playing as each girl, you look at playing them as a team. At long last, the Powerpuff Girls actually feel like a team in a video game. The objective of the game is to collect a designated amount of jewels in each level to unlock more levels, I'd assume. I could never collect them all in my playthrough. Now, don't get it twisted, it's a tough objective, but not horribly difficult. I know if I plugged away, I could collect the designated amount. The backgrounds have pick-em-up weapons that you can use on enemies. The game gracefully gives you indications to let you know when you can pick up a tree or a fire hydrant. Something unique is the fire hydrant has an arc when you throw it. Alright, this is a mailbox, but the fire hydrant does the same shit, and this is the same thing, just this is all the footage I have for you! So save it for these enemies that are laid out perfectly in the arc formation, and when you do an accurate throw, you'll take them all out in one go. The enemies all drop jewels that you need to collect, so make sure you take them all out. This is smart on the game design. really gives you a reason to take out all these opponents instead of just floating past any objective and trying to get a high score. The first boss is kind of overkill and difficult to take him out. He has a basic enough pattern, but you can't turn around, so fighting him is tricky, but not impossible. There's also a part later on the third level where you have kind of the same problem. You can't turn around and hit the enemies that are behind you that are posing an issue towards you. That's the only flaw I could really point out about this game that could have used some cleaning up. I couldn't complete this game, but my overall experience is a positive one. I had fun and felt relaxed after playing it, and not frustrated, at least in comparison to my other two Powerpuff experiences. Full of fun and familiar power-ups, it's got plenty of problems, don't get me wrong, like the hit detection is also another issue. But this is by far the best experience I've had with a video game that involves my favorite trio of girls. That actually wasn't half bad, kind of fun!
See, Alex, not every game is horrible. Some of our games aren't bad.
You're right, Bubbles, thanks! But a lot of them are horrible.
Oh, yeah, most of them are crap.
Hey guys, thanks for checking out this episode of Noctunes. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And follow me, Pwnytail, in the links below. It's down there. I don't know why I'm whispering. I voiced Bubbles in this episode. I know. I'm pretty amazing.
Thank you guys for coming back for another year and another season of Noctunes. I'm really excited for all the collabs that are in the works. Literally, the second I get done with this video, I am going to start working on the next one because the voice actors have already come in and there's just so much in the works. I really don't even have time to sit down and breathe. It's kind of exciting. I also want to thank GamerCast, Adam Kelly, and Kyle Mounts for donating on Patreon. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for your support. Adam Kelly actually got the higher package deal, so he gets the opportunity to write a script with me and be animated as a featured guest in an upcoming video. He gets to pick the game, as long as I haven't reviewed it yet, and we're going to do some voice recordings, Skype conference calls. It's going to be amazing. I've already been in contact with him, and I can't wait to see what he comes up with. Kyle is actually on another package deal where he gets to suggest a game that we get to review, and he can even be a kind of guest pop-up to give his opinion on the game. And that was the other deal with that. I have made some alterations to the Patreon since then for something that is a little bit more sensible to get out to the public. But I am honoring the original deal, so Kyle, you are going to be in a video of your choice when we pick a game that you want to review. Thank you guys so much. If you want to be a part of Patreon, the link is in the description below. I'm willing to take suggestions and requests for stuff that you guys think might be better prizes or rewards. Right now, I think it's a pretty good setup. Thank you guys for the support, and let's take it into the new year. Cheers.